The movie starts about 10 minutes in, and we see a small boy whose parents have passed away. He had become quite sad, so he came to live at his grandmother's house. His name is Sam, but he remained quite depressed because he missed his parents terribly. His grandmother was very loving and caring, and she took great care of Sam. However, Sam still wasn't adjusting there. So, his grandmother told him, "All right, I'll get you a pet. You can play with it, make it your friend, and share all your secrets with it." Within a few days, his grandmother gifted him a mouse. Sam was very happy to have the mouse and spent most of his time with it. He would often tell his grandma, "Grandma, how much fun mice have, don't they? They run around and play in their cages." One day, Sam was playing in his room with the mouse, when a witch outside was watching him. This witch had a very strange look in her eyes. Around the same time, Sam's grandmother started feeling unwell, but she quickly recovered. She then told Sam, "Come on, Beta, let's go out for a walk." They went shopping at a grocery store. Sam strayed away from her for a moment, and a lady approached him. She was the same witch who had been looking at their house that day. She offered Sam chocolate, saying, "Come here, dear child." She was trying to put him under her control, essentially hypnotizing him. The witch also had a strange snake with her. Just then, Sam's grandmother realized he was missing and called out to him. Seeing her, Sam ran towards his grandma, and the witch quickly left the scene. When they got home, Sam told his grandma, "Grandma, that woman at the store spoke to me in a very strange way. She offered me tasty chocolate and told me to listen to her. And she had a snake too." His grandma told him, "My son, she was a witch. Why do we tell you not to take and eat anything from strangers? It's possible someone has put something in it. And the biggest thing is, if she was a witch, why would you take something from her? She was definitely trying to trap you." She continued, "Let me tell you a story from my childhood. When I was about 10 years old, I had a friend. We were going somewhere, but suddenly my friend vanished as we were walking. When I looked, I saw a strange woman giving her chocolate. She was a witch, or you could say, the head witch. I quickly took my friend away from there. The next day, when my mother was doing my ponytail, I saw my friend turn into a chicken hen right before my eyes. That witch had cast a spell on her, or maybe there was something in the chocolate she ate. Because of this, I've kept my distance from these witches since childhood, and from now on, you two should never take anything from them and stay away. If you see one, tell me immediately." Sam's grandmother said, "Son, we need to leave here soon because our house has come under the witch's notice, and they first attack poor people." A little ahead of their house was a 5-star hotel where the grandmother had a safe friend, the hotel manager. She had a good relationship with the manager, so she asked him for a small room, and the manager, being a kind person, agreed. The grandmother and Sam moved into the hotel. They could go wherever they wanted, but a strange thing happened. A lot of witches suddenly started arriving at the hotel for a meeting, as they had planned a luxurious dinner. All the witches were very fashionable. They met the manager and told him, "You know who we are. Give us a small hall for our meeting." Their actual plan was to kidnap all the children or give them chocolate containing their magical potion. They intended for all the children to turn into animals upon eating it, because they felt the children were all very naughty and didn't deserve to be in this world. "We don't have enough time to pick and choose the naughty ones, so we will target all children," they decided. It was night, and Sam was talking to his grandmother while it was raining outside. Sam asked, "Grandma, what do witches look like?" His grandma replied, "Beta, their fingers are very long, and their nails are very dirty. That's why, my son, they wear gloves. Their hair isn't nice either, so they wear wigs and big hats." Hearing this, Sam was quite scared, as there was also a storm outside. The next morning, Sam was bored, so he took his pet mouse and went into a hall to play. Just then, the entire group of witches who had come for the meeting arrived. Sam got scared and hid there. One of the high-ranking witches started to smell him, but couldn't see him anywhere, so she started the meeting. All the witches were seated, facing their head witch. She showed them a potion and said, "This is the magical potion. If you put 1 drop of this into any chocolate or candy, that candy will gain the power to turn children into animals." She was about to explain more when she smelled Sam again. She started sniffing the stage, which made her nose and face look quite dirty and funny. Finally, the head witch threw the stage away, but there was no one beneath it. However, behind it, there was a ventilation window where she spotted Sam. She was about to grab him when a healthy boy, a guest's child, came there. All the witches turned towards him and grabbed him. The boy was very fond of food, so the witches said, "We can trap him with this," and gave him the same chocolate that contained their potion. The boy ate the chocolate and turned into a small mouse. Seeing the mouse, the witches themselves were startled and were about to crush it under their heels, but Sam came out from the ventilation window and took the mouse with him. But Sam had made a mistake by doing this, because all the witches saw him and caught him. They poured a drop of the potion into his ear, which also turned Sam into a mouse. Now, Sam, the mouse, and the mouse who was the healthy boy quickly ran away. Sam's pet mouse was also with them. We learn that Sam's pet mouse was actually a little girl who had also been turned into a mouse by a witch's chocolate. The three of them became good friends and decided that they would definitely take revenge on those witches. Sam immediately went to his grandmother and told her that the witches had turned them into mice. His grandma was furious and said, "She turned my children into mice. I will definitely take revenge on those witches." Sam then told his grandma a fun fact. The balcony of the witches' room was visible from their balcony. An idea struck the grandmother, and she said, "I'm knitting a sock. I'll put you in it and lower you down. You steal that potion and bring it back up, and I'll make you all human again." And so, she did. The grandma put her grandson, Sam, in the sock and started lowering it. Sam was very scared, but the witch wasn't there. Sam quickly grabbed the potion and started to come back up. The grandmother was pulling the sock up when the witch spotted her and grabbed the sock tightly. Sam's grandmother said, "Leave it. I was knitting this, and it fell down, so I'm pulling it back up." The witch said, "How could that be?" and was about to check the sock. If she had looked, she would have killed poor Sam, the mouse. But just then, the hotel manager arrived, causing the witch to let go of the sock. Now, the grandmother had the potion. She poured it into a plate and dipped the mice into it one by one. But wait, the potion had no effect. That's because the potion could turn humans into animals, not animals into humans. Sam said, "Grandma, we can't be fixed, so why don't we put this same potion in the soup that those witches are going to have for dinner today? You can get to them, right?" The grandma said, "Wow, children, what an idea." She put the three mice and the potion into her bag and went to where the witch's soup was being prepared, and she poured the potion into it. While doing this, the hotel manager saw the grandmother and said, "Are those your mice? You shouldn't bring them into the kitchen. If they are your pets, this is a very dirty thing to do." The grandmother replied, "These mice are not mine. Check everything." The grandma had hidden the mice in the corner of her bag, but when the manager checked her room and belongings, he couldn't find the mice anywhere. He was quite embarrassed. The grandma said, "I will sue you. How dare you check someone's room like that? The police will shut down your hotel." The manager got scared and said, "I apologize. It was my mistake. Please have dinner on me, and I am sorry." The grandmother succeeded in her plan and, on top of that, got a free meal. Soon, it was time for the witches' dinner. They had ordered the soup only for themselves, which was even better news, as they would be the only ones to drink it and turn into mice. As soon as the witches drank the soup, they all instantly turned into mice. The grandmother was delighted to see this, and I was quite entertained too. All the hotel workers and the grandmother herself started killing the mice. However, a bad thing happened. The head witch hadn't tasted the soup yet, so she didn't turn into a mouse. The three mice cleverly set a trap. They placed the trap on her finger, causing the witch to scream. They quickly poured the potion into her mouth, and she too turned into a mouse, though a little larger than the others. They trapped her in a glass cup. The grandmother then placed a cat in front of the witch mouse, and who knows, perhaps the cat killed or ate the mouse. The grandmother was very happy. She put the three mice in her bag and left the hotel. Since there was no longer any threat from the witches, they could go back to their own house. Outside, we see the healthy boy's parents were very worried about where their son had gone. However, his mother was quite nasty and had never really loved her son. When her son, in the mouse's voice, spoke to her, she got scared and said, "You keep him, I don't want him." The mouse boy also said, "Okay, fine. I got my friends, and thank goodness I'm rid of them." The grandmother brought the three mice home and fed them. All three mice were very happy with their lives and their new friendship, and the grandmother took great care of them. The funny thing was, the three mice never wanted to be human again. They enjoyed playing and having fun, and the grandmother was happy watching them. With this, the movie has a happy ending.